Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Cameron Evans with Cape Fear Notary Services, that's class. And today we're diving into Chapter 7 of the North Carolina Notary Public Manual, which covers special circumstances in notarial acts. As notaries and signing agents, it's essential to understand how to handle unique situations that might come up in our day-to-day work. In this video, we'll cover the entire chapter, but pay extra attention to two key sections. The first, signing agents, settlement agents, closing agents, and mobile notaries. And the second, the voter absentee application. So let's get started. Chapter 7 outlines a variety of unique notarial acts that we might encounter, from working with principals who have disabilities to dealing with court reporters or abandoned safe deposit boxes. Each scenario has specific procedures we need to follow, so it's crucial that we know how to navigate these. The first, signature by mark. If a principal is unable to sign their name, they may place a mark instead. This mark can be a thumbprint, a stamp, or any other sign made in the presence of a notary. Beneath the mark, the notary must write a statement affirming the mark was made in their presence. Physically disabled principals. In cases where a principal is unable to even make a mark, they can direct another person who is a disinterested third party to sign on their behalf. This must be done in the presence of two impartial witnesses and the notary. So this process requires the involvement of 5 individuals in total: the principal, the designee, witness 1, witness 2, and the notary. Another unique role for notaries involves inventorying the contents of abandoned safe deposit boxes at a bank. After 30 days of non-payment, the bank can open the box with a notary present. The notary's job is to inventory and document all the contents, seal the items, and certify the inventory for the bank. Court reporter certification. When it comes to depositions, Rule 30 of the North Carolina Rules of Civil Procedure requires that court reporters provide a certification that the testimony was properly sworn in and recorded. However, court reporters no longer need to use their notary seal for this certification, but they do include their notary commission number on the document. And that rule was changed because it was viewed as notarizing their own signature, which we know we cannot do. Signing agents, settlement agents, closing agents, and mobile notaries. Now let's focus on a section especially relevant to us as signing agents. While North Carolina notary law doesn't specifically recognize signing agents, many of us take on this role by virtue of our notary commission, and this section reminds us some critical points. First, we must avoid engaging in the unauthorized practice of law. This means we cannot give legal advice, prepare documents, or solve disputes. Second, we cannot charge more than the statutory fee of $10 per notarization, that's per principal signature. And third, even though signing agents handle real estate transactions, our role is strictly ministerial. We can present and identify documents, guide parties on where to sign, and even disperse funds, but nothing more. It's essential to remain within the scope of our duties to avoid penalties, including the possibility of losing our commission. Remember, if a violation of notary law occurs, it can be referred to the state bar or another appropriate agency for further action. There are some reasons to refuse notarization. These include when the signer doesn't appear in person, the principal lacks satisfactory identification, or if the document appears fraudulent. As notaries, it's our responsibility to maintain integrity and avoid notarizing anything questionable. The lack of a notary certificate. If a document doesn't include a notary certificate, we can't proceed. The signer must decide which notarial act is needed, as we are prohibited from suggesting or advising on the type of notarization. Again, this could be construed as engaging in the unauthorized practice of law. If necessary, we can direct the signer to resources like the department's website or encourage them to seek legal advice. Foreign language certificates. Another important rule is that we can't notarize certificates written in a foreign language. However, we can notarize documents written in another language as long as the certificate itself is in English. False or fraudulent certificates. If we know or suspect that a notarial certificate contains false information, whether it's the date, the signer's identity, or anything else, we must refuse to notarize it. We have the authority to correct mistakes in the certificate, but knowingly notarizing false information is against the law. And then we have the voter absentee application process, which is especially relevant as we approach an important presidential election. North Carolina makes it easy for voters to cast absentee ballots from the comfort of their home, and notaries can play a role in this process. For the absentee application and certificate, the voter must either have 2 witnesses or 1 notary. If you're the notary, here's what you need to do. Ensure the voter appears in person before you. Emergency video notarization is not going to work for this. Positively identify the voter. Witness the voter mark and seal their ballot in the provided envelope. Witness the voter sign the certification. Complete and sign the notary witness certification on the envelope. It's also important to know that notaries cannot charge for this particular notarial act. And if the voter requires assistance marking the ballot due to physical incapacity, you can help and complete the certification of assisting voter section as well as the notary witness certification. Make sure to remind your clients and community to vote this election season. Stay tuned for our upcoming video series on absentee voting in North Carolina, where we'll dive deeper into the process and make sure everyone knows how easy it is to vote from home. That concludes our summary of Chapter 7 on special circumstances. Whether you're dealing with unique notarizations, acting as a signing agent, or assisting voters, it's important to stay within the legal boundaries and follow North Carolina's notary laws closely. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more notary tips and updates. And as always, thanks for watching. I'm Cameron with Cape Fear Notary Services. That's class.